Hey everyone, and welcome. In today's video I'm going to show you how to easily and quickly exchange tokens on the Uniswap platform. Now, we are here on the main page of Uniswap and we see that it is a protocol for automated token exchange on Ethereum. So, two key points to this. Number one, there is no KYC. There's no sending in your ID, your passport, anything like that. You can trade directly from your MetaMask wallet, which I consider to be a good thing. The bad thing is that this is ERC-20 tokens only. So you're not going to be swapping your basic attention token for Bitcoin, Monero, Litecoin, anything like that. It is specifically ERC-20 type tokens, which is still the vast majority of tokens. A lot of great tokens are ERC-20. Just keep that in mind that you're not going to have access to other types of tokens. So the first thing we want to do, we are on uniswap.io. We will click swap tokens. And there's three different options. We can swap, we can send, and we can pool. Now, with Uniswap, there's a lot of different things you can do to it. You can add liquidity to the pool. That's not really my area of expertise. So for this video, we're going to specifically focus on swapping tokens. Now, what we want to do is we want to input the token that we are getting rid of. So let's search for what token we have. And right now I have a lot of basic attention token in my wallet, so we'll use that for this example. Let's suppose I want to use 10, and then I want to output, let's suppose that I want USDC coin. Now, it's saying no Ethereum wallet found because we have to connect our MetaMask. So, go ahead and log into your MetaMask. And it's going to ask us to connect. Once we're connected, we have to unlock. Now, for any of you that have used Compound or any of these other decentralized financial applications, you know that you always have to pay a very, very small gas fee before you make your first deposit or withdrawal just to unlock the asset. This is the exact same thing here. You're basically just initializing everything. Now, it is not going to cost a lot. You can edit your gas fee, and I just checked ETH gas station, and the safe low gas price is currently 1, so I'm going to save that. And then what I can do is I can confirm this transaction, and this is not actually going to carry out the transaction, this is just unlocking the transaction. So we're going to hit confirm. It's going to start processing that. I'm going to pull up MetaMask, and let's see if I can view this on Etherscan. So it's going to pull up the transaction on Etherscan, and again, remember, this is just unlocking the asset. This isn't actually carrying out our trade. And then it looks maybe, if you wanted to do it through the website itself, you could click here as well. So the transaction is on Etherscan. Remember, we used a super low gas fee, so it is going to take it a few minutes to process. No big deal. We'll just sit here and wait for a little bit. Alright, even with using the lowest possible gas fee, it still took our transaction less than about 2 or 3 minutes to process. So we're going to go back to Uniswap. We see that the activation is confirmed. And one thing I do like to say is no matter how good of reviews a site has, no matter how much you trust a site, whenever you're making your first transaction, I always recommend sending a very, very small transaction. And the reason for that is that you could make an error on your part. The site could be buggy. There could be anything wrong. So I always like doing a very small transaction first just to test everything. So let's see what happens if we trade one basic attention for USDC coin. Now, we see that the estimated output is going to be about 2.36. What we can do if we wanted to confirm that is we could look on Coinbase Pro or any other exchange just to make sure that this is close to reasonable. You don't want to trade one basic attention token for 0.05 USDC coin. So we go to Coinbase Pro, we select the BAT USDC trading pair, and we see that one basic attention token is going for about 0.236, 0.237 USDC coins. So the rate that Uniswap is giving us is in line with this. Alright, so now we're actually ready to execute our token swap. And what we do is if you click on advanced details, you can see that we are selling one basic attention token for 0.233 USDC coin. Expected price slippage is 0.29%. Now, price slippage is the difference between what you expect a trade to process for and what you actually get. So if I'm selling a stock on the traditional stock market, I'm selling one share of Coca-Cola and I expect to get $50, but the market actually gives me $49. That difference is called slippage. It's the difference between when you place the trade and when it actually goes through. So what we can do is we can limit the price slippage. We can say we want it to only slip by 0.1%, 1%, or 0.5%. We're going to go with 0.5%. We are going to click swap, but before we do that, let's just really quick check our wallet to see how much basic attention token we have. So we have 185 BAT and we have 0 USDC. So let's go ahead with this transaction, and what we should see once it processes, we should see basic attention token go down by 1 and USDC coin go up by about 0.23. So let's go ahead and click swap. Again, the gas fee, let's edit this. We want it to be slow. We can even go here, set the minimum gas fee, and we are going to click confirm, and then hopefully we will see the transaction go through. So let's wait a little bit for that. Again, remember, we can view this transaction on Etherscan, and we can watch the transaction process in real time. Alright, so after waiting about 20 minutes, it looks like this transaction failed. This could have been my fault. Maybe I set my gas a little bit too low, but we're going to go back to Uniswap. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to check. Again, before we start, we're going to make sure that 185 BAT, 0 USDC. We're going to do the same exact transaction. The only difference is this time I am going to give it a little bit higher of a gas fee because I want to make sure that that I'm giving it a chance to succeed. So let's go to the gas fee. Let's hit edit. We'll pick slow, and again, that's still going with a little bit higher gas than we were using last time. So hopefully this lets the transaction go through this time, and we will pull it up here on Etherscan. Okay, we are back. Our transaction has went through. It does look like that was my fault. I did set my gas price perhaps a little bit too low, so I went back, added a little bit more gas so that the transaction would go through a little bit quicker. So going back, we can go back to Uniswap, and we should be showing that this transaction is completed because it is showing complete. Alright, so let's check MetaMask, and what we should see that our basic attention token went down by 1 and our USDC went up by 0.236. So it did work. The transaction did go through. Again, that's a really cool way to swap ERC-20 tokens. Now, one thing I do want to point out, there is a fee, just like with any exchange, there is a fee for using this service, and I believe the fee is about 0.3%, which again is still lower than the 0.5% charged by Coinbase Pro, but again, you're doing this on an exchange that doesn't require KYC, so there's advantages to that as well. There could also be some disadvantages. Perhaps more people are trusting of Coinbase or Coinbase Pro, so you do have to weigh the costs and the benefits, but I do think it's a great way to swap ERC-20 tokens. I hope you all found the video useful, and I'll see you next time.